Good day, everybody. Jaquel here, Ladybug Natural Solutions, and your host of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. On today's episode, I am going to talk about fibroids, the causes, risk factors, symptoms, diagnosis, and treatments. Let's get into it. When you listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it scream.
Daddy, it's time to start your podcast.
Ladies, this episode is for you. So, let's talk about those fibroids, those annoying fibroids that you ladies have to deal with day in and day out of your lives. So what is a fibroid? So a fibroid is an abnormal growth that develops in or on a woman's uterus. Sometimes these tumors become quite large and can cause severely painful and heavy periods. I know a lot of you ladies are dealing with that. I've dated women who have fibroids. I believe most men, African American men, have dated a woman in some point of his life who had fibroids and who had to deal with the abdominal pain and the heavy periods. In other cases, though, they cause no signs or symptoms at all. The growths are typically benign or non-cancerous, and the cause of fibroids to this day is unknown. But we're going to get into that because, there are some causes of those fibroids, but a lot of doctors, they'll say we don't know. But we're going to get into why they come about. According to the National Institute of Health, about up to 80% of women have them by the age of 50. However, most women don't have any symptoms and may never know they have fibroids at all. So what causes the fibroid? Right now, it's unclear why fibroids develop, but several factors may include hormones. Estrogen and progesterone are the hormones produced by the ovaries, and they cause the uterine lining to regenerate during each menstrual cycle and may stimulate the growth of the fibroids. Family history is another cause of fibroids, and it may run in the family. If your mother, sister, or grandmother has a history of this condition, you may develop it as well. The other one is pregnancy. Pregnancy increases the production of estrogen and progesterone in the body, and fibroids may develop and grow rapidly while you're pregnant. So just, keep that in mind. Ladies, please, if you feel something, say something. If you see something, say something. Go to the doctor, get that thing checked out before it starts to get overgrown and cause a lot of discomfort or pain. Or if you feel something. I don't know if I said that yet, but if you feel something, say something as well. So who is at risk of fibroids? Of course, women are at greater risk for developing fibroids if they have one or more of the following risk factors. The pregnancy that we just talked about, a family history of fibroids, being the age of 30 or older, African American women, and high body weight. So all of those things take into account. You have to take all of those things into account, especially the weight. So, we have a obesity issue going on in America right now that myself at Ladybug Natural Solutions is trying to get a grasp on and trying to help as many people as I possibly can to get their weight under control and trying to get the right foods into the body, particularly fuel. I want to get more fuel because at the end of the day, ladies, we got to eat half. We got to walk more. We got to laugh more, and just create a healthy lifestyle. So let's get into those symptoms that a lot of you women feel on a day-to-day basis. So all symptoms will depend on the number of tumors. you have in the body, as well as their location and the size. For instance, the some submucosal fibroids may cause heavy menstrual bleeding or trouble conceiving, or both. If your tumor is very small or you're going through menopause, you may not have, any symptoms at all. Fibroids may shrink during and after menopause. This is because women undergoing menopause and experiencing a drop in their levels of estrogen and progesterone, and the hormones that stimulate fibroid growth. So some of the symptoms of fibroid may include heavy bleeding between or during your period that includes blood clots, pain in the pelvis or lower back, increased menstrual cramping, increased urination, pain during intercourse. What else? Menstruation that lasts longer than usual, pressure or fullness in your lower abdomen, and swelling or enlargement of the abdomen. So if you're feeling those things or you have those symptoms, please go get medical help. Let your doctor know what's going on and how you're feeling. Some of the ways that fibroids are being diagnosed are through, going to see your gynecologist to get a pelvic exam. This exam is used to track the condition, the health, the size, the shape of your uterus. You may also need other tests like an ultrasound, a pelvic MRI, and things of that nature. So, go, go ask, say, doc, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this pain. I'm feeling this discomfort. I'm feeling this pressure. I need an ultrasound. Sometimes you have to tell the doctor what you want. You can't just assume that they're going to say, you know what, let's come in for an MRI, come in to get or an ultrasound. Sometimes you have to say, I need this done because I feel something. Don't be afraid to tell your doctor what you need, because at the end of the day, you are paying for that service. You know, you're paying through your copay, you're paying through your insurance at your job. You are paying. So do not let these doctors dictate how the session is ran. You have to tell them and just know, who is in control during that examination or that doctor's visit. So make sure, ladies, you are in control. So let's get into, talking about the doctors, how are fibroids treated these days. The doctor he or she will develop a treatment plan based on your age, the size of your fibroid, and your overall health. And you may receive a combination of all of those treatments or two of those treatments at the end of the day. So, for me being a holistic wellness coach, let's talk about some home remedies and natural treatments. So certain home remedies and natural treatments can have some great positive effects on the fibroids, including acupuncture, yoga, which is going to stretch out the body, which is going to take um, the, uh, the stress off the body, the anxiety off the body. It's going to help you calm and relax the body. Massage, same thing. And when you do have the cramps, apply heat, but avoid the heat if you're experiencing heavy bleeding, because we all know if you apply heat, that's going to enlarging the blood vessels and it's going to pump out more blood. So just watch out for adding heat during that time. Dietary changes can help as well. So avoid eating meats and high calorie foods. Instead opt for high foods in flavonoids, green vegetables, green tea, cold water fish such as tuna or salmon. Ladies, let's talk about it now. Here we go. We gotta leave the soy alone. I know a lot of you probably say, Jaquel, I don't eat soy. But they are sneaking soy into a lot of different foods. Be sure to turn that box around. Look at those labels, box, package, whatever you want to call it. Turn it around. Look at the label. You're going to see some type of soy, especially if you're going up and down the middle of those aisles. They're going to be soy in some of that stuff that you don't even know about. It's going to be, they're going to be soy lecithin. It's going to be under just different names. So you have to do your due diligence and look at the label. You have to, I can't stress it enough. You have to read the labels because a lot of stuff is getting snuck into the food and you're not even aware of it. We just all go with taste and texture. You have to really understand what you are putting into your body on a day-to-day basis. You can't just say, "Oh, this tastes good," or such and such did a review on this. Let me eat it. You have to do the research for yourself, especially the ladies who already have fibroids and they try to shrink them. You have to really, really, really look at what you are putting into your mouth. That is first defense. The first defense is to look at what you are putting into your mouth. Look at those labels. Let's get it. Look at the labels. The other thing that you can do is manage your stress levels. Again, lose weight if you are overweight, and that can also benefit women with fibroids. You have to lose weight. You have to work out. The more you work out, that's the way to shrink the fibroids. It also deals with what you're putting in your mouth. But if you are working out, ladies, that will shrink the fibroids. That is the secret. Those are the keys right there. Watch what you're eating. Watch the soy intake. Look at the labels and work out. You don't have to do no rigorous workouts. A lot of walking is perfect. A lot of walking is perfect. Go in the mall. Walk the mall. Walk the track in the mall. There's a track in the mall that you don't even think of being a track, but it is a track in the mall that you can walk. You don't have to. You can go window shopping and walk that track. but all jokes aside, you have to do that because I know this is, it affects a lot of women in our community. Another, just a side note, if you are looking for something to, if your estrogen levels are high, that's another thing, real quick. When you go to the doctor, ask for a hormone test. Get your hormones tested so you know what your numbers are. You know what your progesterone numbers are. You know what your estrogen levels are. And you know what your testosterone levels are. You have to know where your hormones are at because in these meats, there are a lot of hormones. It's in the meat. So, a lot of people, I'm not going to stop eating meat. Them fibroids are going to stop you from eating meat because it got all that stuff in there. So you got to look at that. So one quick thing is indole-3 carbinol, aka cruciferous vegetable. So what this is, it's a substance found in vegetables such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, collard greens, cauliflower, kale, mustard greens, turnips, rutabagas, veggies. That's what you got to eat to turn this around. In that, it's going to be, those vegetables you can eat, but you can also take this supplement. Talk to your doctor first. Talk to the doctor first. I'm not the doctor. You got to talk to your own doctor about introducing this to your body. Indole-3 carbinol or cruciferous vegetable. And what this does is it breaks down the estrogen in your body. For somebody, even men carry high estrogen because if they're eating these foods, guess what? Their estrogen levels are going up, and that's why they got man boobs. I know y'all want no man with no man boobs. So, you got to take the indole-3 carbinol or eat those vegetables that make up indole-3 carbinol or cruciferous vegetable. So ask your doctor about that if you can start taking that to break down the estrogen in your body if the estrogen is too high. So, I personally will want you ladies to take, and men, Since we're talking about man boobs and men with the hormones as well, and the high estrogen and the low testosterone, I strongly recommend that you look at these natural treatments. Talk to your doctor about natural treatments, or you can give me a call to talk about those natural treatments as well. I'm well versed in all of these things, so we could definitely have that consultation. Like I always say, the first consultation is free. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. If you don't want to go to that doctor, come on over to me. You know what I mean? You still got to go to your doctor, get tested for those hormones, or you go, you have to go to your doctor, get tested for the hormones at the end of the day. Because who wants to be on medication? If it goes there, you're gonna have to take medication to get some to help with the hormone levels. But that only may be prescribed to shrink the fibroids. Sometimes they want to go for surgery. Who wants to have a hysterectomy at a early age? I know a lot of women who want to have kids, and this is hindering them from having kids. You don't want to have a hysterectomy at a young age. But now they do and are coming out with minimally invasive procedures that you can also talk to your doctors about. But at the end of the day, ladies, let's get it checked. Let's keep those bodies moving. Let's get that weight loss. Let's eat those veggies. I don't like saying this, but you gotta leave I'm not gonna say stop eating meat, but you have to leave it alone. You're gonna have to leave it alone for some time. Do the cleanse, free cleanse all the time. 201-888-4706. Call me for those free cleanses. I got a couple of ladies on cleanse doing the cleanse right now. Just for some weight loss reasons. I'm sorry, and just to feel better, and just to start fresh, and feel good, get that clarity. You got to cleanse the body out, especially if you've been eating the meat for a long period of time. You have to cleanse the body. But I'm not going to go too long, ladies. This is Jaquel of Ladybug Natural Solutions, your host of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness podcast. If you like this podcast, share it. Subscribe to the podcast. Drop your comments so I can answer them for you. But I'm here for you. I'm here for you whenever. I put the number out there, and I'll be putting this information in the show notes. So until next time, enjoy, be well, and make a lifestyle change that lasts. Have a great one, guys. Talk to you guys soon.